I also I'm about 2 episodes away from the end of Arcane, I think.
Oh, you lap me. I've been busy.
Okay. Where'd you went to, like, you said you watched 3 or 4?
Got 4.5.
4.5. Okay.
I got to see Jinx,
Okay.
and that's a great opening scene.
So the show is really immaculate. It's fucking good. It's just good.
Mhm.
Things where you almost, there's even in moments where you go like, all right, time for movie logic to apply, where you like want to give it the benefit of the doubt or whatever. Like, okay, so for example, we know Vi is strong, we know she boxes, we know she's a badass. um how many grown adult thugs can she handle coming at her at the same time? And will those thugs wait around in a circle a la Batman to swing? No,
Mhm.
they won't. They're all coming at the same time. She can handle about 4.5, but fortunately she's on a bridge, which makes it so that they're kind of stopped in a
Oh, I remember that.
300-esque kind of way. And if you
Yeah.
make some room, you can squeeze around some of them, and then the 4.5 one will come with the hammer, and damn it, you're still a child, you're not going to make it. Okay,
Right.
that's fine. I believe that. You know?
Mhm.
You're good. You're good enough to get through that much before, like, the hero juice, the plot armor breaks apart because you're still just a child punching, you know. And you've also got the legendary cool gauntlets with you.
I mean, similarly to how I am an adult man with the powers of a child, there are others that are younger that are much stronger than the average person.
Sure, sure. So, and yeah, the the rest of the show is doing its thing, and I'm looking at every character and I'm squinting because I'm just like, are you gonna be a thing in like a couple of years? Are you gonna become something? Because I feel like you're gonna become something, you know. And
And then turns out they already were.
they
You just
already
never
were.
saw them.
Yeah, exactly. In particular, like, so I didn't. Again, as someone who knows nothing about this, coming at it backwards, and same thing with Punch Mom, it's really funny watching it. Not as I know, not as this is the backstory, and we're watching the journey to become the characters we know. But this is a tabula rasa, and we have no idea where these characters are going, and
Yeah.
whether they're gonna make it or not, or who's important or not. So it was really fun when it was like, there's a point where I'm like, oh yeah, so we said last time, oh yeah, that's Echo, the little kid with the white hair, and he's the guy that's doing all the cool time stoppy stuff in the Project L footage. I'm like, oh shit, okay, cool, dope.
Right.
And then when I was looking at like the way they're gonna handle him in the show, I was like, okay, well, like, I have to assume that he's a character that's a major dude that we haven't. They're taking. We haven't seen him yet. We don't know what's going on. So I'm like, I'm gonna put two and two together and assume that, like, maybe this mask man from the intro might be like that or something. I don't know. And like, it's one of these things where it should be, I assume, very obvious to anyone who's played the games and who's known and who's seen the characters and stuff. But like, like, mask characters show up and then the blaring hip hop immediately follows. And mask character has like a music video practically of like them bobbing their head and being extremely black energy, and you're like, yeah, I guess that's Echo. Like,
I who could it be?
it was
I tell you what, like
did you see
that
when the whole story turned into black mode?
I did. I seen it.
It was good. It was great. I liked it. It was good. But I'm like, yeah, I guess that's him then. All right, no mystery. Yeah, no, it's really fun, and like, there's some stuff that I really like. Again, like, some details that I thought were excellently handled. But then some stuff that there is one little thing here that is sticking with me, and when you see little young Powder have her temper tantrum,
Yeah, let's call it that.
Fantastic, because like it's like, yeah, movies will show you character curling up in a ball and then a single tear, and then
Oh yeah,
the
no,
music
that's
will
not
play.
how a 10-year-old throws a tantrum.
No, there is snot and spit, and it's gross,
horrible,
and it's just and it's guttural and ugly, and it's just like,
and
because
the thing that I really liked
issues
about
are
it
coming out.
was that there was no directed energy. Like there's nowhere that there's nothing in the room, and there's no person in the vicinity to direct the tantrum at.
Sure,
so it's just like
it's just all over the place. I thought that was I thought that was so good. You know, I was like, yeah, that's what it looks like when a child with abandonment issues fucking loses it. Right? It's just this ugly, shitty thing. So awesome on that. And I'm like looking for more of that kind of issue of like, it's not this pretty cinematic thing, right? And I guess I kind of knew, but didn't really fully know, because again, like I'd seen artwork of these characters, but I knew that like the character we're getting towards of Jinx is one that is going to have what we call modern Harley Quinn energy, right?
She's gonna have to she's a discard deck, Woolie.
Right.
She plays discard.
Oh, look at that.
She throws away all the pieces.
Look at that. Look at that. There you go. Yeah. So it there's a little bit of like, when I saw it happening, I was like, oh yeah, right. The exploding teddy bears and all that stuff. Like there's a little bit of that LOL so random kind of vibe. And
but it's actually Arrested Development.
Sure. But like it does come out, and you have to go further to see the way that it's depicted, because what I just described about like that tantrum, for example, was excellent. And then where it kind of goes towards is something that's not as realistically depicted and becomes way more modern Harley Quinn is one example. Yandere energy-ish, like I'm so crazy, lol, haha, Mr. Squiggles, potatoes, and you know, talking to the voices and being like cutesy insane in just the right ways that are particularly appealing to, you know, like a certain demographic. And it was funny because like Punch Mom fucking just hated that aspect of it. She was just like, oh god, oh, give me the kid Powder back, please. Because it was just like, it was one of those bits where you're like, yeah, they lean into it in a LOL so random is one way to say it. Like Harley Quinn is another way. Hot topic crazy, you know, where you're like, you're not.
Hey, guess what? I just checked out while you were talking the original Jinx release video that came out 8 years ago, and the things that you're talking about are 10 times stronger in that version of the character than what we're dealing with now. Like there was, they can't get rid of all of it, but it's bordering on cringe.
Like you know, and you have that energy, and it's really intense, and it's like, you know that I'm crazy, not because my fucking teeth are falling out and my hair has patches in it and shit's falling apart, but because I look great, but my mascara is a little leaky, kind of energy. And you're like, okay, like some of this is going from that initial like freak out that I really liked into like this sort of thing. And it's funny because
it moves from tragic figure to I can fix her.
I see it less of like that, and I see it more like target audience is like a Hot Topic girl that's like, LOL so crazy, you know, let's be crazy in love together, like, isn't it so,
and then kill ourselves,
yeah,
spawn heroin,
yeah, let's fucking,
you guys love heroin? I love heroin.
And like, but this is the thing, and it's it's a specific energy, right? And here's what it is: like, not necessarily the old Harley Quinn that's like a 40s, like right out of a speakeasy, like, oh, Mr. J kind of character,
Yeah.
but like the modern, crazy in love, damaged version of things. And this is also the target demographic has a Himiko Toga avatar from My Hero Academia as their profile picture. Like, the Toga avatar. Tell me you know what that energy means.
That's a deep cut.
Come on. You know
That's
what I
deep
mean
cut.
when I say that. The Toga avatar girl. It's a very specific type, you know? And I'm like, yeah, that's what Jinx is, I guess, you know? It's funny. It's funny because it's still really really good, but that part of it where like the end result is aimed and marketed in that sort of way is like, I guess I didn't know enough to know. And if you're saying that the reveal from years ago was even more,
Oh, I mean, Jinx in League is literally like just fucking steampunk Harley Quinn with pastel colors.
okay, yeah. So
I love murder.
yeah. And I just feel like, you know, I guess it wouldn't have been accurate to change any of that to reflect a modern sensibility too much, especially since, you know, she's got the big rocket, or not rocket, but she's got the weapons with the smiley faces on them and stuff. It's you know, it's part of what they're doing. It's the cute but dangerous kaboom, Mr. whatever cutesy explosion, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. And I guess by contrast, Vi is just kind of like just being a fucking street kid, and I'm waiting to see what version of that becomes the one that looks like the stuff that the artwork in the games is, but they're clearly building to it. But for the most part,
The question is really I'm not familiar enough with Jinx. Is she AD? I'm asking this to the live audience. Is she ADC or is she mid? I bet she's ADC, because if she's ADC, then that explains everything.
well, Vi, in the meantime, I buy everything going on with her character, and the setting and the world and all of it. It's just like, yeah, it's just airtight. It's just really airtight. Feels as if they've like gone through ADC. Is that the answer?
Yep.
Cool.
She's an attack damage carry. That explains
see.
everything.
Okay.
And Vi's obviously a jungler. You should be able to tell from her personality, Woolie.
Yes. Of course.
Those two will never work together.
It's so like we had like a little bit of a joke talking about how it's like, yeah, we're starting to care about this world and get into all of this, and I can just be a consumer of the backstory lore and no active interest in the ongoing titles, you know? Like this is probably where we're going. But yeah, no, I feel like the rest of how everything comes together is really well done, and I feel like there must have been like revisions of the script to like go over any things that would be like, wait, why would someone do this, or why would this person say this, or why would you act this way, and then just like cleaned it up, and it's tight. It's tight. There's you know, very few moments where you're kind of like, you know, like questioning motivations, I guess I should say. There's an awesome shot as well in there's a fight Vi has like hand to hand with one of the bad guys' henchmen, and like even the choreography I'm like looking at and going like, oh, they're doing a fucking sick job with that too. Like Vi gets grabbed and like swung around for like almost like a judo throw, and then slammed into the ground. And like when she gets swung, the camera like rotates to keep her as the center of gravity almost, and it's disorienting.
To give the viewer the disorientation. Yeah,
it gives the viewer and it's a really cool shot. It's just a nicely done choreographed sequence that I was like, damn, that's fucking solid, you know? Like, and then there's parts where they look at photos of characters or artwork of characters or paintings, and the painting like blends into the world so well because the 3D looks like moving paintings already. You know, it's really just like fucking shit's great, man. I'm gonna see if I can finish it off probably tonight, I guess. But yeah, not much else to say. Just that little point about Vi's energy.
The next time I fuck up and get logged out, I'll probably finish the rest of Arcane.
That's
where tasks are sitting in my life right now. Hey, let me ask you a question, Woolie. In the 4 episodes that I watched of Arcane's League of Legends, that's just completely wrong. That's not even close.
League of Legends is the planet. Runeterra is the world.
Are we finally gonna see some tops in that fucking roster or not? I mean, everybody I saw was fucking mid or bot or jungle. I didn't see one top.
I saw a top. Yo, you see Mel? Mel is top as fuck. She's great. That the black lady, the counselor, the super duper hot counselor woman.
Oh, she didn't have a name back when she came out as a card.
Is she a card?
She's a card first. And
is she a character? Can you play as her?
I don't know if she's. I don't know if. No, she's not.
Okay. Well, whoever the fuck that character is,
Jace is top. I don't care. I don't like Jace.
That counselor lady, Mel, is gorgeous. Wow. Holy fuck. God damn. What a character design. It's good shit.
Well, come to think of it, she wasn't a card first because if Arcane took 6 years to make, that means any characters that they made would have been kicked down into like, you know, the list of existing shit to put into other projects. Does that mean Sithra's gonna be in a TV show? I'd watch a TV show about Sithra.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect. You know, I'm just going off of whatever we see in that intro, which is now stuck in my fucking head. Oh, the misery! Everybody wants to be my enemy. But
that was a great rendition. That was a good. That was good.
Thank you.
I'm glad you felt confident enough to sing that for us.
Totally. That's what we do here. And you know, I'm in particular, I'm looking out to see like, okay, so I see that in the intro, Jace has a big hammer, but so far he's just been doing the thing with the politicking. Maybe he will become an Hammerman. And I have no idea what he looks like in his game state at the end. I have no idea.
He looks really similar to what you're looking at now. Yeah.
Okay.
He just kind of has a hammer and a little bit of a robot arm. And I don't think it's even a full robot arm. I think it's like a thing he put on.
And I don't know what the you were talking about what the cop girl as well.
Caitlin
turns into, yeah.
Hey, will you Singed in the show?
Who?
Singed. Looks like a Borderlands. Looks like a Borderlands character that leaves fire behind him and he runs away.
Names are not going to work. I'm going to have to see things. Let's see. Silvo?
No, Singed. Whatever.
Okay.
People are saying Singed is in there. Singed is cool. I like Singed.
Let me see. Silco.
No, Singed.
Okay, I'm looking up Singed and I'm seeing pictures of Silco. So maybe that's not right. Singed. These pictures aren't helping me. Let's see what's happening here.
Oh, I think I know who that was.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this guy. Yeah. No, he's in it. He's
Okay.
Yeah, he's in it and he matters.
Was he the guy with the vials?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's Singed. Oh, that's crazy. I love Singed.
The scientist that works for Silco. Yeah.
I love that guy.
He plays a significant role. He does stuff.
He has an infuriating play style that is just toxic by default.
Really, he's playable, huh?
He pokes you, right? Like he literally pokes you and or moves your character around, does a little bit of damage, and then as he runs away, he leaves like flame behind him. So if you try and chase him, you get horribly burned. That's his whole game style. It's hilarious. I
mean, it's kind of a fun game to play. Like, is this going to be a playable character or not? Like, I'm seeing limping sick scientist man, and I'm like, oh, you definitely have to be somebody. Mm-hmm. You become someone for sure. There's no way we're going through all this and you're not going to tell me you're coming out the other side as some playable something, you know? Yeah, but it's not everybody though, I guess it would seem, because some people just get fucking offed and I'm like, oh shit, I thought you were playable. Damn, there you go. It happened, I think, twice. Where people people that I thought were playable characters just get fucking wrecked.
This is the fun part where this is going to be fun to say out loud. The fun part is that you got to watch all the characters, and the characters that are going to be champions, they can't die, because if they died, then they wouldn't be able to get teleported away to the League of Legends Summoner's Rift to do their battle for the thing that's no longer canon.
So I guess I don't know. I have no idea where any of this is going, but I'm wondering, and I have to finish it first because like I said, I'm close to the end, but I'm not done. At some point, right? Because they make reference to like the lanes as a place, right?
Yeah,
it's a location. But at some point,
that's just a goof.
Is there going to be like a super detailed, elaborate explanation for why there are 3 rows and monsters walking along them?
As far as I can tell, and this is all secondhand, the story of League is like the most complicated thing ever. Because you were summoning people from time and space to fight your little battles for you, right?
Okay.
But then once extra content started to come out, the comics and music videos that was like of these characters in their planet of Runeterra or whatever, League became uncanon to its own spin-off material.
Okay. Because the world is too detailed to have a nonsense.
Like the Summoner's Rift started out as the thing, and then became the Marvel versus Capcom of its own setting later.
Oh, that's so crazy! God, that's weird. Wow, popularity. I mean, you have to go back and build a backstory, and that can only work if you have a stable world, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, because back of my mind is like listening out for just like, so like, does every war get fought in 3 lanes and like, you know, like
I remember doing
and then 2 bases
I remember doing a tutorial for League of Legends a while ago that called me the Summoner and brought me to the Summoner's Rift, of which is no longer canon. Like, that's not a thing anymore. It's like League of Legends right now is the equivalent of the Smash Brothers kid picking up his action figures from the hit show Arcane.
Oh, so you are
and playing a board game.
You are a disembodied player that's summoning people.
Not anymore.
Okay. but that originally existed.
It was kind of like that.
Okay.
To my knowledge.
Gotcha.
It's like It's so weird because they were like doing a thing with it, and then as soon as any of the extra stuff started to get popular, it was like, who cares about that out of that first thing? You just shut up. It's a team game with all your favorite heroes from the comics, and you're like, but the comics came after.
Yeah, Secret Wars. Secret Wars is the comparison. You really, boy, were you not kidding about Echo's design, by the way. The difference between a big...
Oh, yeah! It's night and day!
The difference between a big white mohawk and big white dreads in that forward, like Dreadhawk style, is huge.
His
It's
proportions are
so
also
much
different
cooler.
now. He looks more like a human being and less like a gangly child, which, as we all know, are not human.
The pants are no longer those like ninja parachute pants that you can't really run in. Or throw a kick in, for that matter. Yeah, no, it is massive. I feel like looking at the old artwork, he kind of has like an Aang vibe to like how the proportions are of his clothing, and especially of like the pants and stuff. And then the new one is just like, oh yeah, no, that looks good, that looks solid, that's rad. Way on board with that. This replaces all other versions of this character going forward then, or is this just like a skin?
Well, because it's the Arcane one and it's the Project L one, and I believe there are skins for in League for every character that appears in this show for their Arcane variants.
Okay. Well, clearly there's a difference between the version from Project L and what he's doing and the version in the show that's doing other stuff. Because if the version from Project L existed in the story right now, I feel like that would just be a ridiculous...
You still have an episode and a half to go.
This is true. Fine. Fine. But, like, how do you... That's just a boss stand.
Yeah, time stop stuff is good.
It's over. It's actually just over.
In fact, it is literally a exact stand from 7, if I remember correctly.
There's a thing.
Like it's just that. So
down to the activation device.
Yeah, like it's
okay.